So what's good, homies? It's your man, Dr. BOA. You know, a lot of times, man, these educated women and these business owners and these quote unquote independent women, they fly the flag of, I don't need no man. And it's easy for them to do that because they have all the trinkets and treasures that come along with, dedicating yourself to creating, an environment where you go through the education process and you end up, with the business and job of your dreams where you make a little money and be able to buy yourself a few things. But deep down inside, when they're alone with their friends or even alone with that bottle of wine, they're thinking to themselves, how much better would my life be if I had a man, but not just any man, a man to love me for me. Now, somebody sent me a video on IG, man, where one of the wealthiest women in America, one of the Kardashian witches, Kendall Jenner, was chilling with one of her friends, and the truth about how she felt about never being chosen by any man to even be engaged to. And you can watch her laugh to keep from crying about the situation. If this woman who is almost a billionaire feels this way, oh, you can bet your bottom dollar that the woman who's 100,000-aire feels twice as bad, because she doesn't have nearly enough money to buy all the trinkets and treasures that this woman has, and she still wishes she had a man. Let's take a deep dive on this one, but first, let's elevate to a higher plane. Prepare for takeoff. Now, what you see in this video, man, is a woman who is beside herself with disappointment, anger, sadness, frustration, grief, stress, depression. This is the gamut of emotions you saw her go through while she was telling this to her friend, who, by the way, I came to find out is Justin Bieber's wife. Now, here she is telling her friend, who's a wife to a superstar, that no man has ever proposed to her. And she's laughed crying as she says no man has even considered her enough to even buy her a ring. Now look at all the women around us who no man has even bought a ring. No man has even thought about putting them in the marriage position. Now what makes you think those women don't feel the same way? See, the problem is this woman is getting to the point where she's getting close to the wall. And she's starting to say, wait a minute, I got all this money. I got this family support. And you know what I don't have? I don't have what my sister Kim has had with Kanye. It may be over now, but at least she's been married and had her children while she was married. I don't have what my sister Chloe has had, even though it's been, mostly with Lamar Odom. She had a rough time with Lamar Odom, but she still had a man who wanted her to be his wife. This sister here is the one who has not been married. And even though she's almost a billionaire, it still bothers her. And why does it bother her? Because it's a woman's instinctive nature, her instinctive inclination to want to be a man's wife, to want to bear a man's children, to want to be provided for and protected by a man, to want to be in a situation where she can be loved on by a man, but not just any man, the man that she wants to be loved on. You see, these women can get a bunch of men, but they can't get any man they want. Whenever I hear a woman say, I can get any man I want, I be looking at it and I be like, no, you can't. Because if you can get any man you want, you would be with the man you want. You can get any man you see, Or most of the men you see, but not any man you want. Getting a man you see and getting a man you want is two different things. Many women settle for a man they don't want because the majority of women can't get any man they want. I've had a woman tell me, a woman from my past, she told me she can get any man she wants. I said, you can't get me. She said, well, I don't. I said, don't tell that lie. Don't lie to yourself. You know what her response was? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know you just put your foot in your mouth. Now your breath smell like toenails. Every woman, unless she is a woman who is into other women, wants a man and what a man can provide to her life. No woman can provide to herself what a man can provide to her life. Even a woman who acts and dresses like a man can't provide to a woman what a man can provide in her life. You know why? Because no matter how masculine she looks, no matter how masculine she acts, she does not have true masculinity. She can take testosterone replacements or testosterone boosters. It does not matter. She still will not have masculinity. She will just have testosterone. Masculinity is instinctive. And any true feminine woman, deep down inside, wants that no matter how she plays the role. And I will say this. This represents a strong femininity in Kendall Jenner. Because the majority of women out here are still flying that flag that they don't need no man. And they gonna be okay. And they got their wine and they got their friends. And they'll go on vacation and they'll just have some men to play around with. But here's the problem. Every time you add another 10 years to your age, it gets harder and harder to play with the men you want to play with. So you get to the point where you're 40, 50 years old and you can't even play with the men you want to play with because those men want to play with something younger. And that's just the truth of the matter. A woman's youth is her juice. A man's loot is his juice. I didn't make this up. It didn't just start today. It didn't just start during this generation. It didn't just start in the last generation. It didn't just start the last 100 years. It's been that way since the beginning of time. And now women are starting to find out that life of independence, that life of, oh, I don't care about no man, I don't need no man. They've been lying to themselves the entire time. And here's the thing. They never did believe the lie. Because no matter how you lie to yourself, no matter what image you relay, no matter what image you portray, no matter what message you relay, deep down inside, you are a woman. And what a woman wants is a strong man to guide her. A strong man to show her direction. A strong man to protect her. And a strong man to break her back and put some babies in her belly. Any woman who says she doesn't want that has convinced herself that there's something better. But the truth of the matter is, when instinct kicks in, your body was made to make babies. That's why you have ovaries. That's why they release eggs. Your body was made to be impregnated. And when you get all of those trinkets and treasures, the problem is the majority of these educated women never make it to the finish line. They never make it to a point where they look and say, okay, I made it now, got everything I want. They never get everything they want. They keep working and working and working and working until it's time to retire. And then they're too old. Here's an example of a woman who finally got to that point. And now she realizes that none of that is nothing without a strong man to break her back and show her how to act. The truth of the matter is this. Until the world ends, there are going to be women who say, I don't need no man. But also until the world ends, there are going to be women that get old, too old, to get the man that they want. And they're going to realize that, damn, all of this time, I did need a man. So let me go settle for this man that I don't want. Because contrary to popular belief, even though I'm fine as wine, even though my money is long, even though my credit is strong, I can't get any man I want. Because if I could, I'd have him right now. All women need a man. Even the women who would rather have a woman who dresses like a man. She still feels like she needs the masculine look, the masculine energy as much as she can get of it. Because instinctively, that is what she was created for. To be a freak and a helpmeet. And Kendall Jenner is in a very great position to be a helpmeet. But now it's all about who wants her to be his freak. Because she ain't getting no younger. This is what we need to be looking for. The truth. And anyone who doesn't tell this truth is not worth listening to in any capacity. Because the truth will make you free. Y'all comment down below and let me know what you think about this topic, man. I look forward to hearing what you men have to say. I'm out.